They warned her that Lagos is not for the weak, but she thought they were just jealous of her dreams. She didn't know that Lagos sometimes hides demons behind steering wheels and death behind gold watches. Fatima Musa was a 23-year-old girl from a small village in Kwara State. Her skin was dark and smooth, her smile gentle, and her eyes full of silent pain. Life in the village was hard. Her mother was sick, her father long dead, and her two younger brothers looked up to her like she was their last hope. She tried farming, selling vegetables, and even cleaning houses, but nothing was enough. The day her mother fainted and there was no money for medicine, Fatima made a decision. "I'll go to Lagos," she said. "I will find work. I will save Mama." Her neighbors warned her. "Lagos is not as sweet as it looks in the movies. Be careful, Fatima." But she didn't listen. Fatima arrived in Lagos with only a small nylon bag, 30, and big dreams. She stayed with a distant cousin for a while, but the house was too full. After 2 weeks of job hunting, she got hired as a waitress at Club Eclipse, a loud, flashy nightclub in Victoria Island. There, she met two girls who changed her life forever. Amaka, 25, fair-skinned, loud, full of street sense. She laughed with her mouth wide open and always wore fake designer clothes. Beezy, 23, light-skinned, quiet, with small eyes that watched everything. She didn't talk much, but she knew things. They quickly became her friends. "You're too fine to be serving beer," Amaka told her one night. "Men will pay you just to sit with them. Sometimes you don't even have to sleep with them." Fatima refused at first. "I came to work, not sell myself." But each time she sent home just 2-0, and her mother called coughing and crying. She felt her chest break more. Slowly, she began to consider what her friends were doing. Then came Chief Dapo. He was tall, well-built, with caramel skin and eyes that didn't blink much. He always wore white agbada and gold chains, and he spoke slowly, like someone who already knew what you would say next. He sat in the VIP section of the club every Friday, and always called for Fatima to serve him. "You are different," he told her one night, smiling. "Come with me this weekend. I'll take care of you. You'll never suffer again." Fatima hesitated. But when her mother collapsed again and there was no money for the hospital, she said yes. She packed a small bag and entered his black Range Rover. Amaka and BC never saw her again at the club. 3 days later, her phone was off. Her room was locked. She didn't show up at work. Amaka and BC grew worried. "We need to go and check on her," BC said. When they reached her house in Azure, a horrible smell came from the door. Flies buzzed around the window. The neighbors said no one had come in or out. They broke the door. Fatima was on the floor, shaking, her eyes wide, her lips cracked. Blood was on her bedsheet. She was still alive, but only just. "Something is eating me inside," she whispered. "Please, help me." They rushed her to the hospital. The doctors were confused. Her blood level was dangerously low, as if someone or something had sucked it all out. "But she has no wounds," the doctor said. "How did she lose so much blood?" Fatima kept screaming in pain. "He's eating me. He's still inside me." They gave her injections. They ran tests. Nothing made sense. She was getting weaker every hour. Her eyes sank. Her skin turned grey. Her stomach looked like it was moving, like something was crawling inside her. The nurses refused to sleep in her room. One night, she sat up and cried. His face was not human. He had no shadow. I thought he was a man, but he was something else. Something evil. The next morning, she died. Blood poured from her mouth, nose, and ears. The hospital room stank like rotten flesh. Worms began to crawl from her eyes even before her body went cold. The doctor asked the girls, "Who did she go with?" They told him, "Chief Dapo." They checked his name, his number. Nothing. His number had never existed. The Kano record. The Namino ID. It was like he was never real. Fatima was buried 3 days later.